Hello everybody, welcome back to Sarah's Country Cottage and Garden and to our 12 trees of Christmas. And I am yet again in our boot room, but not for the original blue china boot room tree. I've decided to put the Peter Rabbit tree in here. So we're on, what number are we on? So number 1 was Bramley Hedge, number 2 was Honeymoon, number 3 was the Shabby Chic pink tree. Number 4 was the very miniature tree. Number 5 was the boot room. I'm looking at it right now. Number 6 was my beloved tree. Number 7 was the feather tree. Number 8 was the prim tree. I could get those two mixed round. So this is number 9. This is a Peter Rabbit tree. I was initially doing this, well, last year I did a smaller version, a really small version, and I had it just on the bookshelf in our hallway, or the first landing of our stairs, I should say. But I wanted to do something a bit bigger this year. So I was going to do it in the lounge, and I'd put it on top, the tree on top of a red sleigh that I have. It didn't look right. It didn't look right at all. And when I did it, I thought, I don't really have that many decorations. After all, it looks really bare. So I thought, I'm going to put it in the boot room. Because Peter Rabbit, associated with Mr. McGregor and Mr. McGregor's garden and Mr. McGregor's potting shed. And my boot room lends itself very much to a potting shed with all my gardening paraphernalia. I've got my seed tin there, my bulb tin lower down, got all my garden sieves, tools, dippers, string. So I thought it needs to come in here. So I've still got my blue china tree over there, but Peter Rabbit's over here. I've not finished it yet, but I'll turn it around and I'll show you. So there we go. As you can see, it's dark outside. But I'm here in our boot room. I've brought the tree in here. I've stuck it in a galvanised bucket. And I decorated it here and I thought it's still not right. I need a common denominator, something to tie it together. So I had this Hessian roll and I coiled it around my fingers and then cut off lengths and then pulled the coil out to create this twisted look, and I've just done strands of it, so each one is a separate strand because it makes it easier to apply. They're just resting on the branches and they kind of stop around the back. So, and I just think instantly it made the tree look better. And then I even went and put a little Hessian bow on top of my little basket shelf here, and it ties in with the rope, and then the Hessian sack in here with my dibber. And so I still want it to be a Peter Rabbit tree. So I've brought in our book that we've got. We got this a couple of years ago. I really need some grandchildren to share this book with, but meanwhile, just Robert and I enjoy it. It's full of lots of different stories and even things to do. Look at that. Jemima Puddle Duck. Oh, the little chicks. I do love Jemima. Oh, Mrs. Rabbit. With Flopsy, Mopsy and Cottontail. Oh, and Benjamin. I do love Benjamin. I love them all. I grew up with Peter Rabbit. Oh, it's lovely. So, a lovely book. I think it's still everywhere. I think you can get this. We got this in Cumbria because there's quite a few little Peter Rabbit or Beatrix Potter shops around Cumbria. There's one in Bowness, there's one in Grasmere, and I think we got this in Grasmere. And then I also got in a sale a couple of years ago, there's this stocking. Merry Christmas. And there's Peter. I just think that's really sweet. So there we go. I've also got some gift wrap. So I thought it'd make it look more Peter Rabbit style if I gift wrap some faux presents. Rather than just doing them all in that, I've done some in brown paper, and then I had this string, and I think it just ties it all together. There's the little ornament that I got last week in Kendal, and this little ornament of Peter Rabbit posting his mail. I've had that many years, and I've had this book a few years. So this was when they brought out a special edition of The Tale of Peter Rabbit for Christmas time some years ago. So there we go. So what I've already put on the tree, I've got 2 sets of timers, and I was first home tonight, so it was lovely when I opened, because this is the first room we come in. This is our back door, and it was lovely to have the little twinkle lights going. Obviously I've got the big overhead light on now as I go through this with you, but just to be greeted by these twinkly fairy lights is just so lovely and warm and comforting, and it means I'm not entering a dark house, so I love it. So I don't have that many Peter Rabbit ornaments. So when we were at Beetham last week, or it could have been the week before, I noticed they had a beautiful faux tree, and it was called High Grove, and they decorated it with terracotta pots, and they tied ribbon through it to hang them from, and they just filled the whole tree with lots of pots. They were bigger than these pots, but I thought, well, I've got lots of small pots. My stepmom gave me some, so I've got some ribbon, and I have to say the holes were very small, so it was tough getting the ribbon through, but I managed. And I've done a few, look, all the way around, and some with gingham ribbon too, and it just fills the tree. So it just gives it some cohesiveness all together. Then I had these pears, and I just wrapped some wire around the stems and hung them. So I have the pears out usually for fall and, for autumn. So again, I've just added the pears. And then last but not least is these 2 little terracotta pots that I usually have on the big tree in the hallway. You've not seen that one yet. Just wait till you see that one. So I have 2 of these, one there and one I've put at the top. They've just got like little hydrangea flowers on, and I just thought, well, I don't need them on the tree in the hall because that's full enough. So I thought, let's put them on here. So the rest of the decorations I want to put on are all here. I've got these carrots. These are those cheap carrots that they sell at places like Home Bargains and Poundland, and probably, I'm sure you probably have them in the States and all over the world, and they bring them out for Easter. So I keep them out, and I'm going to just balance them and hook them on the tree. I'm not wiring them or anything. They can just go on like that. And the other decorations I have, well, I got this little one from Tracy at Tea Time Vintage in Settle the other week. And this one I've got from the Beatrix Potter shop in Cumbria. I've had this about 3 years now. Then Peter Rabbit himself. Here we go. I've had him quite a few years. I really have had him a long while. And what else I've had a long while is this little egg. And do you recognise the illustration with all the little animals around the Christmas tree that Beatrix Potter painted many years ago? And Mum and I, we both have this, and we've both had it for many years too. Last year, Mum gave me this tiny little bell with Peter Rabbit on it, and she also gave me this little ornament too with Peter Rabbit and Benjamin Bunny. So it's like it's in a cloche. Benjamin Bunny's so cute. And then I've got this one here, another cloche, and it just shows Peter Rabbit at the post box posting his Christmas cards. Then I have this little random pig that doesn't really go in any of the other trees. Somebody's made it by hand. It's like spun cotton. It's so cute. And I just thought, oh well, Pickling Bland we'll associate it with, and that can go on there too. Then you can see I've got Wellington boots and a watering can and a wheelbarrow, and then you've got the hand tools, the trowel and the fork and such, and even a little glass greenhouse. I got them as a set all together, and they were really very cheap. I think I got them again. I got them in the sale, not after last Christmas, but the Christmas before. And then finally, out of my little doll's house shop, I had this little miniature tea set with Peter Rabbit and his mum and his little sisters on it. And I thought, well, I can hang that on the tree. So I've added some white to that, and then this little cup and saucer. And then they had also with it a plate. And I thought, well, I don't really want to glue some ribbon to the back of this plate. So I thought I'm going to leave it there for now, and I'll see if I manage to find any more decorations to put on here that really are Peter Rabbit or inspired by Peter Rabbit. So anyway, I'm going to put them on now, and I'll show you the end result. Okay, so there we go. I just thought I'd show you in the dark with just the little fairy lights. I'm going to put the light on again, and then you can see everything exactly. And then I'll decide when I do the house tour. Let's put this light on. If I'm going to do it in, well, maybe I'll do 2 house tours. Maybe I'll do one by, fairy light and candlelight, and then one with the big lights on so you can actually see everything. We'll see. So as you can see, I like how I've done this with the lovely parcels, my little bits of paraphernalia. This really is a beautiful book if you should get it. And my little ornaments. And I love using the galvanised bucket. It's a lovely old bucket. And then this Hessian ribbon. I just think it lends itself to the potting shed and the whole feel of, I'm just going to close this stand up and just shorten it so I can get in better. There we go. Hopefully I'm not wobbling it too much. But now you can see I've added on, let's go around, all the little, which really are, there we go, tiny. And a little bell. And then we've got, a big bauble. But then we've got this little one on a sleigh. And then the little teapot. Well, actually, that shape is a coffee pot, isn't it? Or maybe it was for hot chocolate. Or maybe chamomile tea. And then Peter Rabbit. And then the ones that Mum has given me. So there we go. Tree number 9. My Peter Rabbit Christmas tree. What do you think? I hope you like it. I'm just trying to stand back now so you can see the whole effect, even with our little stocking with Peter Rabbit on. So we're back in the boot room. So who has 2 Christmas trees in their boot room? Good grief. I am being a little greedy, aren't I? Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I do appreciate all the messages and the likes, and I hope you've enjoyed this series. And so the next one, tree number 10, we're going to be in the kitchen. And the kitchen one's, that's 5 foot, so it's off the floor as this Christmas tree, and kind of rustic and, lending itself to a lovely country, English country farmhouse kitchen. So that will be tree number 10, probably in a couple of days. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Goodbye.